Hey guys, it is Kate here from Hello Funnels, and welcome back to the Doing It Online podcast. Today, we're going to be diving into what everyone wants to know right now, and that is how the heck do I get my offers seen right now with all the craziness that is going on, with all the things that used to work and now don't work quite so much. With how expensive ads and things have gotten, like what is a sane person to do if they have an online offer and they would like some other people to know about it? So that is what we're going to dive in today with my 3 top ways to get your offers seen in this crazy 2023 world. So let's go. Alrighty, guys, welcome to the meat and potatoes of this episode. So, as I mentioned, I've got 3 ways that are tried and true. I'm not here to be sharing any kind of silver bullet, shiny marketing tactic that's only going to work for like 0.01% of people for the next week and a half. Like, I don't believe in those marketing strategies personally. I mean, they're always kind of fun to hear about and play with. But I like to use strategies and I like to teach strategies that have been around for a while, that have already weathered many ups and downs, and that through their simplicity, they just continue to work freaking well. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, number one, and this I actually think is probably one of the most underutilized strategies that anyone out there who is in the education space or who is a coach or who is an expert of any kind that anyone is probably underutilizing right now is the power of going into existing communities and doing a guest training. So, that there's so many different communities out there, and I'm sure that your target market has got plenty of them. And there's lots of these group programs of all different ranges, some lower price, some much more higher investment, like a mastermind. And usually part of their structure is for them to be able to be in business and for people to pay them every month is that they need to be having new content all the time. So they're always out there looking for people to go and teach this content. So if you have got something that you specialize in, if you have got a unique point of view or a unique way of doing something or something you think could be really valuable to their audience, going in there, putting your hand up and say, hey, I do this thing, I do it a special way, or I do it slightly differently. Would you be interested in how, can I come and do a training for you? And usually they'll be like, yes, please, yes. If, as long as you come across and you pitch them a great idea. So the benefits of doing this versus some of the more traditional joint venture sort of options, like maybe doing like a summit or something like that, is that they usually just have one of these trainings either a week or a month. So you're not competing with like 30 other people all at the same time. Yes, they're paid, usually not. I think the benefits, as long as they've got, that they have an audience, or they have a community of your ideal clients and there's enough of them in there, it's usually pretty guaranteed that you'll get at least one client out of it, which should more than cover whatever they would have paid you. If they are going to pay you, then that's a bonus. Like we always pay our guest trainers, but not everyone's business is set up that way. So that's one extra bonus. You're not competing with people. And the other thing is it's really great evergreen content. So usually that training, the people, yes, the current people in there that month are the ones who are going to see it, but it's going to sit inside their training hub for potentially years and years to come. So that is one really killer strategy. It's a bit more of a slow burn for sure. It's not something you like go, oh, great, I can turn this on and I'm going to make sales tomorrow. But it is a really good, strong, evergreen strategy. And usually the other benefits of it is that they're going to promote you. They're going to use the fact that they have your training that you're coming up to help them get new people coming into their audience. So they'll be like, hey, this month's guest training is with such and such. So it's sort of like win-win-win. And there's not a lot of people out there actively pursuing them. It's normally they have to go and hunt people down. So, definitely something to have a look into. Make sure you sit down and figure out like a few really good, juicy, unique things that you could do a training on. And then, get out there, get pitching yourself and see how you go. All right. Number two, and this is one that is really, really specific to this kind of market, to any time that the economy is a little bit shit, is to re-embrace the strategy of making your marketing pay for itself using mini or micro offers. So back when COVID first hit, you would have noticed that all of a sudden there was a huge influx of people selling things around about the $27 mark. This year, 2023, you'll notice that there's a lot of people selling things around the $7 mark. These are all the same thing. These are all trying to serve the same purpose, and that is to take people's list building and to figure out a way that people can purchase some kind of small, upfront, but still valuable and related thing. But that purchase, those initial sales, are to cover the cost of the list building. So that just takes away that risk, because in times like this, we still need to be out there list building, but maybe your launches aren't converting as well as they were. Maybe you've got a funnel and its conversions have dropped a bit. Maybe your ads costs have gone up. You just don't want to have that extra risk of saying, look, I know I need to be list building, I know I need to be getting more people, more eyeballs, but I don't want to risk spending a bunch because I might not know when I'm going to get that back. So when you turn on this switch by adding the mini or the micro offer, and there's lots of different ways depending on what your next level offer is, whether it's a 997 DIY style course or even up to like a high ticket mastermind. Having the right mini or micro offer strategy upfront can be a game changer and can really just help to alleviate the stress of any spending that any money you are spending on marketing. I was going to say any spending you're spending on marketing, but still allowing you to do that. And in some cases, if you really nail it, allowing you to do it at a higher level than perhaps you were doing before, and also to attract a higher level of new lead. And we've got plenty of episodes just recently even about the power of the mini and the micro offer. So if you want to find out more about those, skip back a few and go check those out. It's one of my favorite strategies to teach people, and we take our clients through it as like the final piece of the puzzle. Once they've got, their offers dialed in, their launches dialed in, their funnels dialed in, because it's a really great lever that you can then pull to fuel all of those things. And particularly, like, it works all the time, but particularly right now when people are that bit more cautious with their spending, if you can wow them with something that is lower cost and still tick that box of making your marketing pay for itself, you've then got a customer who was impressed by you, who then next time you show them an offer is probably more likely to purchase than someone who has never purchased from you, has never had that great experience. So it's a win-win-win. I could talk about that literally all day. So that's number 2. Number 3 is good old joint ventures. So joint ventures, for anyone who doesn't sort of know my story, this is how I was able to kick off both of my businesses, or both of my first 2 businesses. This is like business 3 point something by now at this point, quite quickly, and grow my email list really, really rapidly. So my first business, Secret Bloggers business, sorry, that's my second. My first business, Drop Dead Gorgeous Daily. They all have long alliteration type names. I got to over 20,000 email subscribers within the first year, purely through using joint ventures. So I teamed up with a couple of great people. We ran some joint promotions. Everyone grew their list and it was gangbusters. Now, those types of promotions, because that was a long time ago, it was 2007, guys, I wouldn't recommend doing it exactly that way anymore. However, there are still great opportunities out there for joint ventures. So one of my favorites is doing a straight joint webinar. So again, I know there's things like summits, I know there's things like bundles. I find that while they can give you a big uptick quite quickly, there is a lot of competition and noise because everybody is promoting to them and they've just been added to like 35 lists all at once, versus doing a more simple one-to-one strategy where if you have a webinar or a workshop or even a challenge, or doing something where basically you team up with maybe 1, tops 2 other complementary people, and you guys promote together. You each promote to your list. You help to grow each other's lists. And maybe you create a bundle of just a couple of you between you, or maybe it's just promoting one of your programs and the other people are affiliates. Whatever it is, I find keeping it simple cuts down the noise. And it also means that, but you still get those great benefits. And it feels a bit more, from my point of view anyway, I feel like it feels a bit more genuine. Not that I'm saying that summits and things aren't, because I know people will be coming at me and I know that there are some amazing summits out there, but to literally say, hey, this is one of my business besties. We both do this thing, and to realize that if we do it together, it's going to be so great for you guys. So we wanted to put this training together that's, half me, half them. We're going to promote, and then we're going to create an amazing offer for you guys you can't get anywhere else. And it's just a bit more simple. As I said, there's a lot less competition, and it doesn't take a huge amount of time or effort. It's a bit more simple. It doesn't take, you don't end up with a whole bunch of competition, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time or effort. You can definitely repurpose. Like if you've got an existing webinar, you can go find some complementary businesses, whether they are in your existing network or new network. It's a great way to meet new people. And again, win-win-win. It's a strategy that's been around forever, and there's a reason for that, and that is because it works. So I hope this has been helpful, guys. I hope you have got at least one totally free way that you can now go out there and try and get more eyeballs on you, your amazing offers, what you do, your special way of doing things, and let us know which one you try and how it goes for you. We can't wait to hear about them. But otherwise, guys, I will see you same time, same place next week for another episode of Doing It Online. See you then.